Hello there, welcome to iZine's A to Z of the Binding of Isaac. My name is James. Today I'm going to see if I can't get Judas actually through the game, considering how little we've done of him. He has the boss rush completed, but other than that, nothing else. Right, Cellar 1. Our seed is N9G4-8NAG. I am going to set off Book of Belial immediately, because these guys are champion versions, and so could kill me in one hit. I don't believe it would be a good idea to tangle with them without it. However, you never know what the next room's going to be. Right, onwards. Sorry about that. I'll suitably admonish someone later. See if we can't take out these spiders without getting hit by ones creeping through the cracks. There is a tinted rock there which could be very useful to us if we can find a bomb. Oh, and we've got a bomb, so let's hope it gives us a spirit heart or two. Nope, well we do have a key to open that with, and that's given us a lot of consumables. That's very useful. Let's see what item we start with. Hot bombs, burning blast, and +5 bombs. Well, that's nice if you're in a position to use a lot of bombs. However, they're fairly lethal to yourself, so I'm going to not do that for a bit at least. At least it means if we do find more tinted rocks, we have the ammunition to actually open them up with. So that's positive, and there's certainly a tinted rock here, so we might as well. You never know, might take one of them down with us. Or down with it, I should say. I'm not being that negative. Let's see if we can't get rid of this champion over here. Certainly rather do that than get absolutely murdered to death. Oh, there we go, and we get a chest for our trouble. That's very nice. Oh, but it's only got red heart in it. Can't use that. It might actually be worth putting out these fires just for consumables that they may give us. Is there a tinted rock behind it? No, there isn't. Good. Is there anything else on this floor we haven't been to? Well, we haven't been to the curse room, but let's keep this spirit heart for the boss, who turns out to be the haunt. Right, we definitely want the Book of Belial on this. We want to take out the little ghosts as fast as possible, because they respond to your input, so you don't want them predicting your position and then shooting you with bullets, which happens an awful lot. Now the haunt is hard, less so when he's got those two pots, because you can hide behind the pots for cover, and he often shoots his bullets into... Oh, there we go. See, that is why I need to be even more careful than I was being. But the pots mean that he misses a lot. Well, we do now actually have enough red health that it makes it worth going into the curse room, and you never know what you're going to get in there. A goat head would make everything perfect. Well, it would be a good start at least. Let's say that. Right, what have we got? Troll bombs and a spirit heart. Well, we'll be up half a spirit heart at least. That's a good start. We might as well look for the secret room. I mean, as far as I can see, there's only one real contender for the place, and that'll be here. Ah, but there's a gambling machine, a one-armed bandit, and I'm entirely not interested. I'm also not interested in going to the shop, because there's no way that we could really... I suppose we could blow up the... I could blow up the donation machine, but then you couldn't, so let's continue down to the next floor. Well, assuming you're doing my seed by following it rather than actually just randomly found the same seed. Ooh, that's nice. 2020 double shot. So we're actually shooting out of both eyes at the same time. Very useful. And it does seem to be... It's not quite double damage up, because I do believe it slows your refire speed very slightly. But it is almost, I believe. I keep saying I believe. You know what I mean. I do think it is. Very useful then. Right, that's a good start. We don't want to get hit by these horrible spike blocks. I would like to explore the curse room, but I'm not going to do it until we've kicked the boss out. unless of course there is a secret room that leads us in there. It would be lucky, but it would be a bit of a surprise. Right, taking out all these spiders. It's so much easier when you've got double shot. Well, no, that is a possibility that that boss trap room and that curse room are both bordering on a secret room. So I'm going to give it a go, even if it turns out to be futile. I mean, it's very possible that there's space over to the right where it could have been, but it wasn't, so we're lucky. Right, here we go. Curse room for no investment. Well, 2 bombs, I guess. I'm going to use the 3rd bomb because it could net us spirit heart. Well, it didn't, but it got us a deal with the devil. Perfect. We could have possibly gotten a deal with the devil on this floor anyway, but we might as well get it beforehand and then reduce the difficulty of the boss himself. And of course the mark just increases our damage and possibly our deal with the devil chance, or maybe the pentagram. Right, pin. Again, not a terribly difficult boss. You just have to keep an eye out from where he's jumping from and try not to let him touch you. There we go, he's dead. Now I've got the gurglings. The gurglings are actually nasty just because they put down so much creep and it's so difficult to avoid. It's even worse when it's hard to differentiate what is creep from what is just blood that's been spilled all over the floor. I mean, the creep does pulse, but for me at least that's not really enough of a differentiation for me not to get hit. The green pulsing creep seems to be enough for my brain to sort of trigger and realise, yeah, let's not walk on that. But for some reason the red creep and the red floor blood just isn't. Ooh, speed up. Well, that'll help dodging, certainly, but not a lot with much else. Right, let's see if we can't get into the second secret room. I'm fairly sure it's got to be there. Ooh, the left hand turns all chests into red chests. There's a very significant chance that could help us get Guppy, which could win everything for us ever. It's just so brilliant. I don't really want blank card without having a card to take with it, because the chances I'll get something as good as Book of Belial, which guarantees devil deals. I mean, if I had the goat head, I would take it. We've already fought Pin in this level's boss fight room. Bit of a joke that he can try and also be your actual boss when he didn't even scare us the first time. Come on, Pin, just hurry up and die. Well, we know what's in there because we've already been in there, but Blood Clot is good because we get both damage and rage. Oh, that's interesting. 20/20 and Blood Clot means you do alternate red and clear tears. Yep, been in there. So we've already seen basically everything on this floor, unless we want to sell half a red heart in the arcade. I don't particularly, so let's move on down. Curse of the Blind. Well, I don't like it, but so long as we don't end up with it on a critical floor. For example, Mum's floor, or any floor that we're likely to get a deal with the devil. Actually, we're going to get a deal with the devil on every floor, but we had an item deal with the devil last floor, so I think Krampus or red chests deal with the devil is more likely on this floor. I don't know if that is actually how it operates, but it does seem to. You don't tend to get item deal with the devils sequentially. Or not that I've found. Could just be because item deal with the devils are themselves so low in chance. Right, is it worth getting a cheap 7-cent item? Probably. As it turns out, it wasn't, but it could have been. You never know, we might also get 15 cents. It's a bit random. We do seem to be quite high on the damage output for this run. Careful of the leaping spiders, though taking me by surprise enough times, certainly the champions. Right, we do have a tinted rock, which must have had small rock in it, the damage up, because there's only one item pedestal that comes out of tinted rocks. Oh, it's a straight damage up. I'll totally take it. let's see what's in these two chests. Well, troll bombs. Absolutely not worth coming in here then, unless the item we get at the other end is something like an eternal heart. Even then, it's debatable. Unless we actually get another half heart that we can take, lose that loss of a half heart is terrible. However, I guess, again, we have traded all of this and the fight to find out what was in those chests. Those chests were both an opportunity to get, say, another guppy item, or 2 guppy items, you never know. Pills, well, let's take them, see what we get. Bad gas, it's not terrible. Range down is terrible, but we've already had a few range ups, so overall we're not down too far on range. Just got to be careful not to aggro too many of these at once. Although their aggro range does seem to be quite random. I'm not sure if it's entirely predictable. A beggar. Is he worth going to? I don't know. Curse room, possibly after the boss. If we can get another scent, we can buy a spirit heart from the shop, because I believe there was one in there. And I definitely think we need one at this point. Ooh, keepers. Oh dear. I don't mind losing the money. The problem is that we're now on bare red hearts, and we've only got one of them. So let's hope this item isn't a complete carry. Boom, 10 bombs. No, not really. Unless it's also given us a damage up, which it may have done, because I believe our tiers are very slightly larger. Right, now these you have to be incredibly careful of. You can use the mushrooms as cover, which I fully intend to do, but it's still a bit worrying, a bit tense. Right, we have enough bombs because of that bomb thing, so let's blow up all of these and see if we can't get something worthwhile out of it, possibly a black heart. Now, secret rooms, there's a few possibilities. Let's just give them all a go, rather than doing the maths on all of them. I'm not sure it's worth doing that. Just a time investment for a start. I mean, it had to be one of these, and there's given us a one-armed bandit again. Well, we didn't want it, but there's not much we can do about it. I would suggest that really our second secret room would kind of have to be here. Either that or possibly further up on the right. Maybe here? Because it wants to be near the boss room, but it wants to be not single adjacent to any other room. No, I don't know then. Because if it was up or down... No, it can't be up or down from here. Back of the curse room, maybe? I have no idea. I'm not going to continue guessing. Right, the Fallen. Let's tower him a little bit and see if we can't make the fight a little bit easier. And now the difficulty here is not just dodging his bullets, but dodging the lasers. Clutch save there. Mum's knife. Well, that's quite nice. Let's hope we don't get Krampus in here. And we didn't. Good. But like I said, we didn't also get Pretty Fly. That's pretty good. Don't want range down. I do desperately need these spirit hearts. We didn't get an item deal with the devil either, which is what I suggested might happen. I suggested we probably wouldn't get one just because of the low likelihood of having 2 in a row. Right, let's go up. There's a red heart there I can't actually get, so let's go across and get the red heart from there. I know I'm being a bit tight and conservative with my hearts, but I do believe it's worth it. It may also be worth going in here. It's only one red heart, one heart total. Flies? Yes, okay, it was now worth it, so anything we get in this chest is a bonus. 2 money and 1 heart, yes, I'll take that. We got 5 cents, but is it worth buying a spirit heart? Let's go and just check out. I mean, there is one. Yeah, let's buy it. Stack up as many as we can get, because we don't have a consistent way to generate them. like the mitre or anything like that. Which would be nice. I'll totally go for one of those in our next treasure room, hint hint game. Down to the next floor. Right, let's see what we have around here. Oh dear. Bullets are plenty, especially with Mum's knife. Piercing through them all at the same time. Bit lucky with the dodges there. Let's see what's in this huge room. Oh dear. These guys. I mean, if you can get them to spit on the mushrooms, you could get potentially something really nice like magic mushroom. I think it's probably safer, significantly so, to just blow them up when you get the opportunity. That might be worth taking towards the end of the level. We'll see, shall we? There's so many mushrooms in here that I think the chance of magic mushroom being one of these is quite high. What's this? Unknown pill. I found pills. Well, it has no overall effect, so that's not negative. It's not positive as the game seems to think it is, but it's just not negative. Full heart of damage from one of those. Let's try and take out the bonies before they snipe me with one of their bones. Little Chad, sorry. Can be useful. He drops a half red heart or 1 red heart, I believe, every 2 rooms you fight. Which, I mean, if we had Dark Bum, would mean we basically have a Spirit Heart generator. Because Dark Bum turns red hearts into Spirit Hearts. Unfortunately, just taking damage there. Again, we can't get anything from that room because it was greed instead, so no shop this floor. That's a shame. We may have actually come to have enough money otherwise, but never mind. Ooh, spiders everywhere. Let's just try and impale them as fast as possible. It is actually possible just to use Mum's knife as a melee weapon, as in don't throw it, but it's generally riskier. Also, I like the fact that it boomerangs back, so you don't have to worry too much. Right, come on. There we go. Oh, that wasn't all of them. Come on. Right, there we go. We've got a key now. Down into the next room. What have we got? Ooh, curse room. Probably not worth doing yet. So why am I doing it? Because I'm insane. Oh, yeah, wasn't worth doing yet. Oh well. We're now exactly the same position we were before. I didn't even check that there was if there was a free way to get in there. Oh well. You make mistakes sometimes. It's just trying not to repeat them that's a good idea. Right, onwards in this way. See if we can't take out the spawners first and then take out all the little spiders. You could definitely see their aggro range there was quite small. Can I get both of these at once? I doubt it, but it's worth a try. I'm looking at the tinted rock and the hearts. I mean, I don't need the hearts yet, but you never know. Right, and of course, 1 bomb for 3 bombs. Probably always worth it. Right, boss fight room for a red chest. Well, the red chest wasn't worth it, but finding out what was in it probably was. Right, let's see if we can't take Mega Fatty down without too much damage. Yeah, we took him down quite quickly, so damage output wise, we're probably fairly sorted. The problem now, of course, is maintaining a consistent flow of hearts. Either not taking damage, so we don't need any coming in, or maintaining enough coming in to offset the damage we are taking. Keepers again, probably best to take the close one, especially since they're the weakest as well. Could actually be closest first, then most damaging. No, closest, then weakest, then most damaging. Oh, there we go. Sorry, there's got to be a formula for which enemies to kill in what order, or at least some kind of basic strategy along those lines. I thought that keeper was going to get me the champion one. That would have been quite upsetting. Is it worth blowing these up? Probably not. Let's just finish exploring this floor. Well, at least the basics of it, then we can go find the secret rooms after we kill the boss. Unless, of course, they jump off the page and are fairly obvious where they're located. But you never know if you're going to want the bombs you're carrying for the boss. They are usable for a combat. Ooh, yep, and we may do. She is quite nasty. Oh, but then again, we're doing so much damage. There's not a lot she can do to us. I mean, I don't even really need the Book of Belial here. Range up, well, I'll take it because we can't re-roll it. Ooh, there we go. So that's basically the perfect combo I was talking about. The heart generator. Now, every 2 rooms, little Chad will put out a red heart, and then Dark Bum will take it ready for us to turn into spirit hearts, so we can run entirely fueled by spirit hearts. Come on, Dark Bum, I want a spirit heart. As long as we don't get too many spiders out of him. It is annoying that can happen, and that does happen. Oh, that was a scent, I didn't even notice. Certainly not bad spiders as well. Wish I didn't have to sort of leash him into the correct place. Sometimes he does need telling though. Come on, it's over here. There we go. So spirit heart, that's brilliant. There are at least a few more on this floor. I mean, since we're here, I might as well take them. They do appear to be free. Right, locations, we could have a secret room. Well, we can't have one here. We could have one... No, we couldn't have one up there, so probably... No, we can't have one there, so... Really, it's between this large room and the one to the right where it could be. Right, no, it can't be here. So the one below that? Probably the only likely... Oh wait, no, there's a gap to the right as well. So it could be either this right or left. We've got 5 bombs, so we might as well try both. And it was the left. There we go. Only got a few more bombs out of it, but that's still worth it. Never know what we can do with them. We haven't found the second secret room. I would suspect the back of that boss fight room, or possibly if you just follow the road along this very long straight road to its end, then it might be there. I don't think special rooms can have second secret rooms coming off of them, but you know, it's always worth a guess, because I think I've seen it happen once or twice, but I don't know if that was a different version pre or post patches. Well, it could be down here then, but other than that I'm a bit stumped. Oh, there we go. And we get a permanent red heart. I'll take it. That just makes little Chad even more useful. I'm glad I don't have to wait for Dark Bum to catch up. That would be very annoying. Could get some pills from here. I mean, there's only 2 of them. But you can also get magic mushroom, which is why I'm so diligent about blowing up the mushrooms. Magic mushroom would totally be worth it. Just gonna have a drink, excuse me. There we go. We now got a red heart. I'm gonna fight in this fight room. Ooh, and especially with red hearts on offer. Ooh, no, watch out for the troll bomb. Don't like those, I believe they're called knights. The ones with the brain at the back that you can only hit in the brain, unless you've got something penetrative like Mum's knife. Oh dear. Did I really take out that hand? I thought I missed it entirely. I mean, I'm not one to argue with success, but still, it just is quite confusing. Thank you, little Chad and Dark Bum. Definite teamwork there. Oh dear. I don't like you, MV. Not even a little bit. I mean, the entirety of his gimmick is breaking into little pieces and annoying you. No, I don't want Shoop de Whoop. I mean, all Shoop de Whoop does is fire a single shot of much weaker than usual brimstone laser, and it's not even really brimstone laser. I could sell half a heart to this guy. I mean, just keep coming back and doing that until he gives us something. Assuming I can keep finding half heart sources. Luckily, little Chad's probably got my back on that. That would be one of the bad things about having no red hearts, would be that you can't sell them. Although then again, is it a great idea to sell them? I don't know. I don't like these marionettes just because they can move and they shoot triple shots, which are much harder to avoid. Let's go back to this demon beggar. I mean, I don't expect him to pay out on the first few. It usually does take a while. I'm so glad that these floating heads move so slowly. Or else I might be quite worried. Let's see what's in here. Might be Isaac's bedroom. Nope, it's a reroll room. I am not rerolling, so never mind. Item room. Oh dear. I really should keep the knife stationary for when I'm fighting spiders on the floor, or the spawn spiders, because it does seem to be easier to kill them that way. Oh dear. Dark Bum, you need to give me a hand. I'm wilting. Game Kid. Game Kid basically turns you into Pac-Man. It does a bunch of damage while you are Pac-Man, but it's really not worth it. Because it's a 6-room charge, whereas Book of Belial is only 3. That was... Actually, they hit me. I was going to say it's too close for comfort, but they actually hit me. That's just a bit not fair. It's because they continue doing damage even when they begin to move. That's the problem. I completely forgot that. But there was very little I could have done except fire diagonally. If I'd have come down far enough and fired diagonally, I could have possibly avoided it. Well, that was most of the room done in one shot. It certainly saves time, at least. I think I will take the broken stopwatch, because although it can backfire on you, more often than not it is actually helpful. Right, I can't see if there's tinted rock in this room. Tinted rocks would still be helpful even with this combo, just because it takes a while for Dark Bum to pay out with anything. Probably worth it in the grand scheme of things, but I couldn't guarantee it. Yes, I'd say that probably is. Should have probably given that red heart to Dark Bum rather than taking it myself, but never mind. A couple of Black Hollow, that either means... Yep, it means that they drop bomb flies. I was going to say it either means they drop keys or bomb flies, but we found out much quicker than I was expecting us to. Never mind. Let's try over here for a second secret room. Well, no, then it could be many places. It could be here. I'm not going to speculate because I'm not going to keep trying all of them. I'd rather save this bomb for a secret room if there's an obvious location one could be. Right, let's pick up the broken stopwatch and then go give another half heart to that demon beggar. You never know. 3 half hearts could be enough for him to pay out. I have seen that happen. In fact, I've seen a blood donation machine pay out on my first try. Oh well, never mind. We don't need to blow him up to get an increased devil deal chance, because we still have Book of Belial, which I obviously need to remember to use on the boss. We are in fact on Necropolis 1, so it won't be Mum, so I can go in there and come back out should I desire to. And I would like to go into that curse room. You know, maybe Guppy, maybe... I mean, you can even get Brimstone from a curse room with an item pedestal in it. Here we go then. Granted, we've already got Mum's knife, which is a pretty good weapon, but Brimstone's infinitely ranged and is like 20 times damage bonus. Oh, yep, forgot to Book of Belial. That, it looks like, is going to shorten the fight immensely. Yep, there we go, and he's dead. Range up, don't drastically need that with Mum's knife. But we do want Krampus to die. Krampus' head. Thank you, Krampus, but no thank you. I don't think we can come back in here. Let's just let Dark Bum pay out. And then go give our half heart to the demon beggar and check the curse room. Yeah, we're way too slow to do any kind of boss rush. But then I'm not a drastic fan of that anyway. Up, great day for up, I guess. Right, what should we do first? Let's give him our half heart, because you never know, we might find another one in there. I don't want to go in and out. Well, we found a spirit heart. That meant it cost us nothing to get into there in an overall fashion. There's so many places a second secret room could be, sorry. I would be quite surprised if it wasn't here, just because this shape of room regularly hides a secret room. Yeah. But we only get a battery from it. Oh well. It was worth the look. I might as well take it. I'm not coming back, I'm going down to the next floor now. I suggest anyone following along would follow me down now. Unless of course you've managed to get loads of bombs, in which case good luck to you. I'm not going to re-roll this run with a 6. It's going too well for now. Even if we have only got one red heart. Anything left in here we want to take? Not really. No, it's just a straight run back to the boss room, down to Necropolis 2 probably, and Mum's floor. Can you get Depths 2 if you've had Necropolis 1? I suspect you can. Probably like you can get Basement 1 and Cellar 2 or vice versa. Here we go. Depths 2. You can in fact. Right, we have a Book of Belial ready for this fight in case we need it. Which we probably do. Well, need is a bit of a strong term. It would certainly shorten the proceedings. As it appears, has broken stopwatch. Thank you, Dark Bum. Right. I think once we get to Mum and defeat her, I will cut the episode there so it's easier to watch in chunks. I don't believe I'm really fast enough to do it all at once. Stars card, we're not in time for boss rush, so I might as well just use it to save. Well, actually, we can get out of this curse room at half cost. That would certainly be useful. And it's got Guppy's head in it. I mean, I'm not going to carry it with me, but it will give us Guppy precedent. We'll have had one of the Guppy items, and now we can go straight to the item room without messing around. Well, piggy banks and passive item, I might as well take it. Thank you, Dark Bum. Certainly helping the side. That means we can... Ooh. Go away, gurglings. Golden key means we can open anything on the floor without it costing us any keys, I believe. Right. I believe it works for both chests and doors. There we go. Ooh. A pill. Let's see what this is. Pretty fine. Well, that's totally worth it. Since we know what it is, I mean. Shop? Nah, can't be bothered. We've only got 7 cents. If we had more, then it might be worth it, but as yet it isn't. Let's take out these bats. Not too much trouble when they fly in a straight line. They're really more problem when they group you into a small area, and there's 4 of them. Right, which way is the boss going to be? Well, considering we've got the other bit unlocked already, probably he's going to be down. Have we found the item room? Yeah, we already have. Because we teleported to it, now I remember. So let's just drop all the way down here and see if we can't find the boss. And there's not a heck of a lot left to do on this floor. We're certainly almost out of control with the amount of damage we're doing. And Book of Belial means that should I need it, this fight's going to be almost trivial. I say overconfidently just before I get my ass handed to me by Mum's foot. Oh well. We shall see, I guess, is the proviso. The shot might now be worth it, however, now we're already in here, we're locked in. I don't have a way to teleport out, so... Wow. Again, my pad firing in the wrong direction. Goodbye, Mum. In fact, I'm probably going to take the negative just because of how easy that was. Oh, and Satanic Bible. Well, yes, I'm going to take that. Thank you, Book of Belial. It has been great fun, but that's gonna be it with you for now. Right, I'm gonna take the negative because I surely think we have a chance at taking the lamb on with this Mum's Knife, Satanic Bible, self-regenerating health dealy. Thanks ever so much for watching. That's going to be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click the like button. That would help me out. You can leave a message in the comments or tweet at @IatZine, and I will read through those and reply and try and include any good ideas in the next episode. Like I said, thanks for watching. See you next time, I hope.